Hello everyone, it's Tilly from Tilly Journals. Welcome back to my channel and to another video. This is going to be my reorganisation of my washi drawers. So, at the moment, this set of drawers are new, and then the others kind of go through rainbow order, starting from pink. So we go pink, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, more blue, purple, black and white. So, I quite like how they're all organised at the moment, I'm not going to lie, but there are problems with it, in that, oh my god, I just had a genius idea. Oh no, I thought about that and I decided it was a bad idea. Basically, how I've rearranged my shelves and I don't like them being sorted how they are at the moment. So, I want to reorganise them, so across two drawers along the top is a full rainbow and then different foil colours in each drawer, so I'll have like golden rose, silver, hollow is the idea. There's obviously this, oh god, this drawer is mixed full of random stuff. So we need to sort through those ones as we go. And then I'm going to have two sets of drawers at the bottom, one of which can be like underlays, overlays, and my rainbow ones, but I'm going to have another set which I think is just going to have to be some overflow, and I need to work out how that's going to work. So, to help me along, I do have two boxes to tip some washi into, but I think the first thing to do, and a lot of this is going to be like sped up, is to sort through this little lot of mixed washies into, I don't know, whatever colour it is, so into rainbow order, and to pull out like any rainbow ones and stuff like that that are going to go in it too. I'm probably going to pull out some more washies to be in like the rainbow section. Like if they were properly multicoloured, they're probably going to move into rainbow, and so like ones like that off. So I think this is actually a duplicate, and we're going to pull out any duplicates and stuff like that. So I am going to speed up quickly whilst I do that. Okay, so what I'm doing in this first little section is I am just pulling out the washi that isn't sorted and sorting it into either neutral and multicoloured or into colour order, and then I'm going to start with my three drawers on the mini shelves and start with purple. So I'm just literally sorting through at the moment to work out what I'm working with to start off with, because there is an awful lot of washi here, obviously, and I don't really know how I'm going to do this and how well it's going to go this may turn into a massive disaster, and I may end up going back to what I had before, but we are going to give it our best shot to start off with. So we'll see where we get to. I'm quite excited if this works. I think it will be absolutely gorgeous to look at, but I'm not sure whether it will work. So we'll see. But yeah, I think it will, and I think it'll be stunning, but I don't know. Okay, so this is my box of sorted washi with the purples like going into the top. So this is the first set, which is going to be right on the end. So we're going to start at the right hand side of these drawers and work with purple, and then go all the way back through the spectrum to pink. So, and each drawer is going to be like gold, silver. We're going to have golden, rose, silver and hollow is my plan. We'll see whether that works. So we've got to pull out all of my purple drawers first. So there's all of those that are purple, and somewhere into this it splits to purple. I don't know when I'd like call it blue and when I'd call it purple. I think probably most of those are kind of purpley. So I think we've got all of this purple, which is going to be interesting. So purple's probably going to be a quite big section. So I don't know how it's best to do this first. I think I'm just going to go with... Is this... So we're going blue, and then we... So it should go blue indigo, and then it should go into like dark purples should really go next, and then like fade to lighter purples. So we want to start with like... But then these are bluey purples, so I think that's why they're first. Those two are definitely blue. And like this is pink and purple, so I think that's going to go to D-stash and into the multicolour. Right, actually that's the first thing to do. I'm going to just look through and see if any of this doesn't just give a properly purple vibe and any of it wants to go into multicolour. Like this is dark blue and purple, but that could go after indigo going into purple, so I think that's probably fine. But I think the rest of it, this is actually purple and pink, so again the purpley pinky ones are going to go into multicolour. I think that's probably the way forward. I might regret that decision, but that is what I'm going to do. But I think that's it. So then, I think I just need to go for it. So we're going to go gold, silver, hollow. I think the ones of these that are like bluier, I'd prefer to have in blue, so I might just pull out a few of these that I think should be moved into blue. That's going to be, I'm pretty sure they're all purple, that's more blue. They're more blue, I think. They're bluey shifting into purple, but they are definitely bluier. I think that's kind of it. And that's more pink and blue, so that can go in multicoloured, I think. And then, yeah, I think that's fine. So I'm just going to start sorting them into foil colour, and we'll deal with sorting them into order in a minute. So I'm going to speed up for a minute, and I need different lighting to tell whether things are hollow or silver, so I apologise for the not very great lighting. I might like try and... I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so all I'm doing now is I'm just sorting out the purple ones into foil colour, and then we're going to deal with like what order we want them in the drawer, which is going to be the difficult part. It looks like we're going to nearly have a full drawer of just purple, which is interesting. So we'll see how that goes. I'm just going to have a quick look through and see if there's any I want to destash as well, because there's a couple of like, I don't really use the really thick Fox and Cactus tapes anymore. I don't find myself pulling for them, so if there's like a couple of colours that are similar, or if they're similar to another washi tape I have, I'm probably going to destash those, or if there's just anything I have like really similar washis to, I'll probably destash, but honestly I don't think I'm going to destash much, but there might be a couple that we get rid of. Okay, so I think I'm happy with that, so I'm gonna just start with probably the gold and rose drawer. So I think I want like the lightest purples at this side, working my way across to the deep dark purples. And I don't think it really matters too much, like that the drawers aren't going to line up perfectly. So these are like my palest. So I'm just trying to make sure that this one's like almost blue. I think that can go into blue, to be fair. So I've also put unfoiled washi in with these ones, because I think that's kind of the best place for them. Obviously the golds are all quite different, like there's lots of different golds. I would quite like to keep like sets together though, so like these are a set and they're a set as well really. So I don't want to split sets up particularly. But then it just might make my drawers not very even, but it's kind of okay, I think. I say this like anybody is making the rules. That is not me. I am making the rules, so really it doesn't matter. This is also like dark blue, not purple. That can go into blue. It's kind of dark blue and pink, so I'm kind of tempted to put in the multicolour actually. I'm gonna do that. So it's like just trying to sort these in a way that kind of makes sense for my brain. There's more blue. To go from like the pinky purples. Oh man, with this though, I could have... no, because I've not really got the space for it. I was thinking I could have like gold, rose and... oh, I kind of want to do that, but then it will make my drawers really uneven. I suppose if we do gold and rose and then overflow at the back, does that work? We'll try it. We'll try it with this drawer. And then just... so are these two washies the same? So I think the answer is yes. So I will put one into my storage. That's fine. I'm just trying to work from like the lightest purple into the darkest purple in like a colour scheme that makes sense. Not really working very well, but so that's kind of that drawer. But obviously they are not very even at all, so maybe I can't really do gold, rose, black, but I don't know. I'm going to leave that for a minute and I will come back to it in a minute. I'm going to work through the other foil colours. So all I'm doing here is trying to sort them into sort of a spectrum of purples. So from like the darker purples through into the lighter purples. Keep all 3 drawers at like a similar-ish level of full, but it's not working hugely well, but we're getting there. I will get there eventually, but we'll see how well it goes overall. I'm not so sure it's working, but it will be fine. So that is my purples done. We're going to move on to indigo. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these empty drawers and I'm going to grab any that I've classed as indigo and sort them into my hollow, silver and rose. Oh my god. Maybe I'll stand it up, but then will they all just fall out at some point? Probably. So I'm going to take any like really dark blues from here and here. It's like deep dark blues and sort them into golden rose. Silver and black and hollow, so I think that one's a dupe, but it's fine. So I'm just sorting my indigo-y coloured ones into foil colour. This is actually really funny. I've got way more like gold, rose and unfoiled than I have of any other foil colour, which is just a little bit odd to me. I also made a decision during this little section to just pull out my thicker than 15mm washi, because I don't tend to use it for like the same purposes as I would other washi. So yeah, that's kind of my idea there. Okay, so basically I think I'm going to do the same sort of thing. So I essentially need to work from like really dark to lighter, and I think that's going to go via this sort of purpley bluey shades, and I think that's probably the best way to go about this. It's kind of hard to know. I don't really know how to make this colour variation work, because like things just don't fit neatly into boxes. That's really light blue. Let's get rid of that. They just don't. They just sort of kind of fall into variations of different colours. But I think I kind of have to start with the ones that have some purpley shades in and then work along. I think that's probably the easiest way to do it, but I don't really know, because that doesn't really... We'll just let them fall into where the blueies, those blueies fall. I think actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the lighter ones later and go through into royal blue first actually. I think that will look better. I really don't know where this one falls. It kind of falls there somewhere. That's fine. I feel like I'm sort of starting to get the hang of this now. I feel like it's looking good. I just hope it all fits, otherwise this is going to have been a lot of work for no reason. But I think it will fit. I just think it's a bit of a challenge to make it fit in. And I do just think I need to pull out any that are multicoloured and work through those. But I mean, at the moment, I've got essentially 3 empty drawers. Pretty much. And I've only got like 3 more. Yeah, no, it should be about right. If I just pull out any more that are multicoloured, it should be okay, I think. But I am a little bit worried, but we'll get there. I hope so, at least. I think it'll look really good if it works, but I'm just not 100% sure whether it will or not. Okay, so that is our navy blues done. So we now need to move on to like... I'm probably going to go... Oh, this is tricky, because I've got like teals as well. So I reckon if we go like bright blues, bright blue, pale blue, pale teals, dark greens, lighter greens, that's probably the best way to do it. What did I just say? I've already forgotten. Lol. Bright blues is next. So I just want to look through here and pull any out that I would class as bright blue and put them into the right drawer. These are teals, so they can go away for now. So you're all hollow foil. I've not worked out where my drawers are yet. There aren't that many that I would kind of class as bright. There are a few, but there aren't like loads and loads. Do I want to keep all of those unfoiled washies? I'm sure. I think I'm going to destash this one. There's only like 5 in my destash pile, but it feels like I'm destashing loads. I'm like, oh, I'm nervous about it. It's because I'm pulling like thick ones out as well to go into other storage and any multicolour, just to go somewhere else in my storage. So there's quite like I'm pulling quite a lot out, even though I'm not destashing that many. But I don't think there's that many bright blues. I think that's kind of it, bright blue wise. It kind of is bright blue. I'm going to then go into slightly pale. Oh, we've got some up here, don't we? These are the ones I'd call blue. These can fit in here now. You'd fall into bright blue. You're hollow but bright blue. There's no silver bright blue, so that's funny. So then we want to just go into slightly lighter blues. These do have a strip of pink in, so these ones are going to go into my multicoloured, even though like blue and pink is a really common colour combination. I'm trying to make sure there's plenty of space to do the whole spectrum on here. So then I just want to work from like through to like less bright blues. So I think I'd call all of these quite pale now though. Like these, that's quite a bright blue. That's quite bright, that's quite bright. But is that a teal? Is that teal or blue? It looks a bit teal next to there. I want that next to a teal. It looks very blue next to a blue. We'll go there. We'll go with your hollow foil. Anything else I wouldn't say is super pale. You're multicoloured. You should really have gone into the previous bit. There's my hole. Yeah. Just go there. Same with this one. It's kind of that dirty-ish colour. That kind of stored there. So I think that's probably it for bright blues. This one is very definitely discoloured, but it's also a vertical washi, and I don't use those, so I'm going to destash that as well. Right, I think that's all of the bright blues, so there's not many of them, so I might just talk through this one. So all I'm doing is pretty much trying to make them even as to what shelf they're on. So like how far across the shelf they go. It doesn't always work beautifully well. I think that would be... so like, realistically what I need to do here, rather than what I'm doing, is do that. Then they're pretty even, do you see what I mean? But I'm not fussing too much about sort of... I'm trying not to fuss too much, basically. It's not going very well, my not fussing, but it's kind of works. It's kind of working. I want that Disney one on the front. There's some I just want on the front for no real reason other than I do. And then like with these ones, this one is a bit darker, so they go first, and then we're going into the slightly brighter ones. Just to try and make the colour sequence make sense, and that's it. Like that's all I'm really doing when I do this. So we're then going to go into light blue, and then we'll go through into light teal. So I'm going to speed up again and sort these into foil colour. So I'd call all of these light blue. I think all of the rest of those are teal or green. I want to roll the green ones backwards a bit. Like, there are some of those that I'd call dark teal, but that's fine. Anyway, oh, this one's blue. The rest of those I think I'd call teal. Is there any in here? Oh, like, so these are like, so I think I'm going to go like pale blue, pale teal, brighter teals into green. Does that make sense? I think that's the plan of action. So, let's go. because I'm trying to go from saturated to less saturated here, what I'm doing is I'm sorting them, like mid-sorting them into like how saturated they are first, and then I'll take like the most saturated ones and put them in first. So starting with like the darker bluey ones and then working my way through to lighter ones, and that way I can like split up the sizes as well a bit better, and it's working quite well actually. I'm quite happy with how this is coming together. I just really hope they fit, but they should. I think they should. I think it will be fine. I think I'm overly panicking because that is how I live my life. Why am I like this? Who knows? Because I certainly don't. And the only problem is like when it finishes with little thin washies is that they don't like space very evenly, but that's kind of fine. Okay, so we're up to blue, so we now want to sort out the like light pale teals. So I'm gonna pull out like the lighter teals to go into, so I'm gonna keep deep teals in here, and move like the paler teals sort of getting darker as we come this way, which they kind of should already vaguely be in that order. It's just refining it a little bit into how saturated the teal is, basically, and getting rid of any, like, I'm just going to destash some really chunky ones, and pulling out any multicoloured, like properly multicoloured, like if there's just a tiny strip of a colour on, I'm not going to destash it, but otherwise I probably will. Soshi?
Yes, love?
Would you call this teal or green?
Teal.
It looks very green next to my teals. This is my problem. So I've sort of subcategorised the teals into like how pale they are, and then I'm just going to sort them again as usual by foil colour and try and keep them in that like variation of saturatedness as I do that. So put like the least saturated at the back, and work my way forward to the most saturated. It's funny how different colour, like we're actually the with the purples and the purples that we started with, the gold and rose gold was by far the emptiest, but now it's like getting as full, if not a bit fuller than the other ones. So I'm a bit like, oh, am I going to run out of space in my unfoiled one before I run out of space anywhere else? But there's nothing I can really do about that. Okay, so then I've like sorted these into how saturated they are ish. It's not the best sorted system in the world, but it'll do. I'm just going to put them in appropriate slots to try and make things as even as possible. Basically the same thing I've been doing for the entire video because I have no clue and I don't know why I feel the need to keep explaining the same thing, but apparently I do. That's my silver drawer done. I feel like after this drawer these are going to be really uneven. So we might have to see what we can do about that. I don't know what we can do about that, but I need to have a think. I don't think there is anything to be done, but I would like them to be as even as they can. I just don't think it's going to happen. But oh well, it is what it is, isn't it? At the end of the day, it is what it is. And I freaking hate that phrase, so I don't know why I'm saying it. But, you know, oh well. Oh, what am I like? What am I like? Slightly bonkers is the answer to the question. That's hollow done. Okay, that would be better and more even like that. Good. And then we just got the gold and rose gold, which is gonna be filled, I think. Oh, stop spinning. You spin me right round, baby, right round. When you go down, down. Why am I singing? Who knows? Who the hell knows? Because I do not. And that's upside down to me. I'm just spreading things out, and I feel like this. Yes, it is. It's there. I was gonna say, like, I feel like that has already gone in somewhere. It had. This is thicker than 15mm, so it shouldn't be in here, and I don't want that one anymore. That was easy, wasn't it? I pulled some more back, and this has purple in it. Too much purple for this. So I'll just put these in. They feel more saturated than those ones, though. Oh, that's fine. How are we doing this? That works. That's like nearly full, but it really, like, there's like room for one washi left. Okay, so that is the dark teals done. So then we go into dark green. And so we've got like light green. So let's pull any out that don't fall into this category, which I think is just that one. So these three are like the darkest teal. I'm just going to see if these fill this drawer. I reckon I could fit like one more in each. I could fit a 5mm in there, but it would be very, very full. That one fits there. So that drawer is full, so that can go in there. So that's our bluey teals in gold and rose gold. Right. I just wanted to have one less straw kicking out. To be honest, well, you're more than 15mm as well. We're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. I know it doesn't feel like it, but we are. Oh well, I don't know whether it doesn't feel like it, but it doesn't feel like it to me. I don't know whether it doesn't feel like it to you guys, but it doesn't feel like it to me. That's what I tried to just say. I'm going to destash those two. So we got dark green and light green, and then into yellow. There are more yellows in the other box, so we'll deal with that. So we just need to sort our dark greens into our three colours. Oh, what am I like? So these are going into fresh box. I feel like, I'm a bit worried that my gold and rose gold is going to be too full. But we'll see. We'll see where we get to. My printer is finished, which means it's time for me to hit print again. But I just want to do this first. So we're just going to hold for a minute. Like, look how many gold and rose there are in the dark green. Like, they are all dark green. They're basically all gold or rose. I think it's just like certain colours have more, like work better with certain foil colours, so there's just more of them, you know? That's what I'm going with, at least. That's what I'm telling myself. And hopefully they will even out as we go along. But basically there's no green hollow and there's very little green silver. So yeah, I'm hoping it'll even out a bit later, but at the minute it's not. So let's just work through this. Starting with the darkest greens. And working up to pale green. Wait, no, hang on. Oh yeah, we went pale blue, pale teal, dark green is what we were doing. That was what we were going for. I can't remember. Don't be silly. Oh, I'm annoying myself so much, but I hope it's amusing for you guys because I'm having fun. Like, it's difficult and I'm confusing myself a lot, but I'm having fun. And that's all you can ask when sorting out your washi, really. That's all you can ask for. Excuse me, light greens, you're going to have to move out of my way. You're kind of bridge between light and dark green, aren't you? Beautiful. Okay, so then start with the more saturated again. Feels very Christmassy. The reason I feel comfortable doing this now, by the way, is because I don't intend to buy any more washi anytime soon. Like really, really anytime soon. So I just feel like doing this now is absolutely fine. These pale greens could definitely have gone as teal. Particularly this one. I kind of feel like it should have done. But I probably can't squidge it in without upsetting things quite substantially. Can I? Wait, what? It's 15mm, isn't it? Oh. I would like it to go somewhere here, but I don't know how to get rid of 15mm worth without. Like that is 15mm worth. So then if that goes in here, I could probably fit a 5mm back in, to be fair. But then this teal needs to fit in somewhere. Unless that comes out of there, that goes there. And these two move into the next box. That's probably the way forward, isn't it? And that kind of makes it the most even, I think. That'll do. I think we've missed out these in our colours. I don't really want those there. That's better. Cute. That's fine. And then okay, that's that done. So this is like the next. Oh man, there is not much space for the other foil colours. Ooh, we may have to rethink a little bit, but we can rethink and rejig later because this is my last bit for gold. Anyway, let's just move on to silver, whereas we're still like halfway through this tray for the other like greens, other foil colours. I still haven't gone to press print on my printer, have I? Why am I like this? That's silver. And then hollow didn't have any. So that's greens done. So if you see what I mean, like the blues, like it just doesn't quite line up in my foil colours, whereas like silver and hollow line up quite well, but my greens don't. So we are on to our next box. Ooh. I am confused. This one. So actually we only have these 3 drawers left to fit in. So it might be okay. But yeah, we'll see. Right, so we're going to start with yellow, aren't we? Like these yellows and pinks can all disappear. There's a lot of like feel like when it's like two colours that are next to each other in the rainbow, it's kind of okay that they're both there, but like these ones that are completely like different places in a spectrum, I don't want in here. So we're just pulling those. Oh god, I've just thrown washi all over the floor. I hope you're enjoying like my random stream of consciousness as I sort, because that's what you're getting. Soz. So they're my yellows. There. And then these ones. That's all of my yellows. I don't know where these blue ones are going to go. Probably into teal. Okay. Let's just see where we get to. So I think I'm just going to sort into here. So we've got hollow, rose, vertical washi is going bye-bye, rose, gold, hollow, more hollow. So black foil. My silver, I think they're going to go in silver at the moment, but we'll see. I might regret that decision, but that's where we're putting them for now. Hollow, hollow, hollow. Because hollow feels like the most here. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to need to split up my golden rose, but I might pull out the like unfoiled washies from it or something, because the early colours have a lot of silver, a lot of golden rose. So that's my yellows sorted. I might just put the orange in the other side, and then we'll move on after that into sorting a bit better. So we've got orange hollow. Like this can go into my neutrals, I think, which isn't in this little section. We've got rose. Hang on. They're meant to be down here, aren't they? Do you see what I mean? Like there's a lot of golden rose again in this colour section, and I think that's just going to carry on for the rest of the time. I think in the like later colours it was less even. Wait, we're not starting on red yet. Reds. I'd class these as reds. But with this, there we go. So that's there. Okay, so let's just keep going with my gold and rose colourings. So I think like from there we're better going pale yellow next. So let's go like that. Something like that will do. Then mid yellow. These kind of want to go into pink, I think, not put them into pink, I think. Then we've got like deeper mustardy yellows, and that one that's like yellow and black but is going here because that's the only place I'd ever look for it. And then we're going to go into pale orangey, like try and stay in like the same colour family ish, like that maybe. And then bright orange, and then that'll go into my reds. I don't know where the other half of that is. I literally lost it. No, it's there. There. I'm tempted to just keep going into the reds and fill up this box, because all of these reds that are next, which are my like dark reds. I'm going to just pull out the rest of my dark reds. I would fall into this category. Like literally all of them. They're going to go into multicolour though. That's going to go into multicolour. That's a bit bright. I'm just going to include red. I'm going to do yellow, orange, or red. They're all silver foil. So, hollow is severely lacking at this end of the spectrum, but that's fine. So, I think we're going to go from a dark into dark reds next. I prefer that to be there, really. Move you there. That works better. Oh, there's even a darker red, I'd have said before that. Something like that. Use red and black. But black is like a neutral colour, so I think it's fine. That would be better being a 7mm, not that one. And then this should really go in here somewhere, but it won't fit. So we're going to stop there. We have got those other reds still. That is as far as that drawer will go. Like, that's as much space as I have for gold and rose gold, and there's quite a lot of pink gold and rose gold. So I think I'm going to have to look at the split in a bit. But for now, we're just going to ignore it. So we're going to go on to the silver drawer. And we said, what did we start with? We started with like light yellows. So we've not got very many yellows. And then mustardy, which I know isn't actually technically silver foil, so I'd rather not put at the front actually. So let's just do some reorganisation to make things a bit more even. That's better. And then, wait, no, hang on. Go light, bright, and then into mustardy. Light, bright, mustardy, and then onto like darker oranges. So I think both of those will fit in there, and then that one can go in there, and then that's that drawer full. Yeah, we'll see where we get to. And then these go into a new drawer. And then I think we're not even going to fill this drawer with the hollows, so we start with pale yellows, don't we? So let's go. Oh my god. Ooh, stop falling over! There we go. Better. Sorry, I'm annoying myself even, don't worry about it. So that's there. Yeah, and as I said, we don't even fill. And there's no reds to add to that. There will be quite a lot of pinks though, but like there's not going to be a whole drawer worth of pink hollow, is there? So I think something's going to have to add it to the hollow, but we'll deal with that in a minute. I don't know where to put this. I think it's more peachy pink. Oh, I don't know. And now the more I look at this, the more I'm like, oh, should that have been in purples? But no, if I look there, it's definitely pink. Anyway. So let's move on to reds. So we got, in fact, we've pretty much done reds, haven't we? We've got golden rose, silver, and there's no hollow. So let's just split these up. I know our red drawer is actually full, so this is like not realistic, but that's fine. And then like this drawer is not really realistic, so we're gonna do the darker reds first. Yeah, that's what we were working on, isn't it? Darker reds first, and then into the brighter. Cute. Okay, so then we are on to pink, and we'll start with dark pinks. So I wouldn't call any of the rest of those dark pink, I don't think. We don't have a hollow drawer at the moment, do we? No, one of these is going to become the hollow drawer. So we'll just put the hollows up there. Are you hollow? Yes, you're hollow. I don't really... Oh, this system is not working as well as I hoped it would. It kind of like is, and I really like it, but it has its problems. That's kind of where I'm at with it. All of these really floral ones are going to go into my multicolour because there's so much pink and green on them. They're not really pink anymore. This one is getting destashed. This one goes into, these two go into the big washi, chunky washi drawer. And this one's a vertical bow, so it's getting destashed. Okay, so we've got dark pink, and these two have loads of blue in, so they go into the multicolour two-tone drawer. I think we'll have two tones. Okay, I'm just looking for like, so this is now going to be like mid-saturation pinks, and then we'll have low saturation pinks. I think that's kind of the plan. Okay, so that's like more saturated pink. These ones are mid-saturated. Then low saturation can stay in that box or in that set of drawers over there. Mid, low, mid. We're just pulling out the more saturated ones of these. We're not really. I might destash. Oh no, because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't know what I'm doing. If you haven't gathered, that is kind of the theme tune of this song, this video. I don't know what I'm doing. Seems pretty accurate, to be fair. Like, I think these ones I might move to neutrals. Is that weird? Like, they've got a pink tinge, but they're like a neutral pink. I'm gonna put them in neutrals. That's multicoloured. That's multicoloured. And then pull out these two as being more saturated. And then they're all lightly saturated. Good. So, let's start with the super saturated. Okay, so this is our, these are all, these ones are all gold, but that's fine. Just need the pink facing forwards. I'm pretty sure I'm going to pull out the unfoiled and put them in with a different colour, but I haven't worked out what colour yet. I think probably hollow. I think I probably have at least hollow, but it's hard to say at the moment. That kind of works. That would be better there. Something like that's fine. And these are my hollow ones. I think what I'm going to do at this point is I'm just going to speed up the rest of the video, just because it's getting a bit long and you don't need to listen to me blabber on about washi for any longer particularly. I mean, you might want to, but I don't think there's any need to. This is long enough. Okay, so looking at this, my hollow is the emptiest, but not by much, but I have like an extra whole drawer of gold and rose gold. I wish these were 4 drawers high. That would be the ideal. And then I reckon it would be perfect because you'd have just 1 foil colour per drawer. But they ain't. So I don't really know how I'm going to fix my problem at all. Like, I just don't know what to do. Because the washi I've got left to fit in would fit in here, but obviously it's the wrong colours. So I just don't know how to fix it. I think I'm going to have to split up gold and rose. Because I don't think pulling out the unfoiled washi is going to be enough washi. But then I don't know how to make that work at all. I've run into a problem. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try pulling out, like separating out gold and rose and seeing where that comes to, like keep things in the same sort of order they are currently in, but just split out those 2 colours. So I'm going to pull rose into, because I think there'll be less rose than there is of gold. So I'm going to pull out the rose into the front set of drawers and pull out any unfoiled into this box at the back. So I need to clear some space in here before I can make that work too well, because see, rose, problem is it's quite hard to tell whether some of these are rose or gold because they're similar. But I don't know what's best. I really don't. So, oh my god, I can't get them out either. Why is this so difficult? Oh my gosh. Okay. Once you've got like a tiny bit of breathing room, it makes it much easier to move washies around. But until you've got that tiny bit of free breathing room, it's tricky. Ironically, I think it's looking like I've got more rose, but I was fairly certain I'd have more gold. But maybe that's just pink, like pink and rose gold are like chef's kiss together, so that would kind of make sense, to be fair. Sorry about that, my camera stopped recording. So I've decided to split the colours up completely into each foil colour separately. So now I'm actually going to add back in these 2-toned ones, which I know is a ridiculous plan, but it's what I'm going to do. So, the one there's to add the most to is the hollow. So I don't know whether to start with that or finish with that. The gold is going to be the easiest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the new gold ones. Sorry, change my lighting back. And I'm basically going to go, what colour does it scream most to me? And sort them into a rainbow. So we've got pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, pink, purple, and that goes into blue. And then I'm just going to go through my gold drawers and add those in where appropriate. I found a brown one in there. If there is space at the end, we'll put the browns at the end, but I'm not sure there will be. So what I need is basically both of my gold drawers, one after the other, and the third one it might go into here. And essentially I'm going to start from this end and see, I'm going to move anything out of here into here. That will fill up the gaps. The only problem with doing this like this is that like I've made my colours as even as I can as I've gone along, and this is messing with that, but it is what it is. So yeah, first couple are quite pinky, so I'm just going to talk through the gold while I do it, and then I will speed up for the others. So I'm just going to add that one in there. Sort of my pinks go up to kind of here, and my brighter pinks. So we'll add the 15 in there and the 10 in there. Then my orangey one is a chunky boy, so I'll put it in there. Pop the 15mm version of that there, a 10mm there, and that should keep that nice and more even. And this one kind of screams yellowy to me, so it's just going to slide in there. And then we're just going to move what we can back into here. Like, I don't think I can fit that full 15mm back into there. And I've put that 10mm there. And then that's kind of fine. So that's the gold draw done. And then this is like light teal, which is kind of here-ish. So that can go in there. Then we've got deep dark blue next, but we've got a light blue first, haven't we? Light blue is somewhere around middle-ish. Yeah, there's a space, nice space for it there. So then my deep dark blue is before these purples. So put that one in there. Just going to move the purples into the next segment. And then, because I'm trying to make these blues as even as I can. Maybe if I put the 10mm blue there, 15 there, and then that one there. That works. And then again, just trying to keep it even, but to be honest, this kind of, it varies colour quite a lot, so I don't really know where it fits best, but that's fine. We could do with some skinny washies to go in here, and yes, whilst they are not necessarily the best next colour, they're what fits, so it's what we're going with. And we'll just spread those out as best we can. So the gold draw, it barely goes into the gold. Essentially, the three colours that need to go into this drawer, these drawers, we'll get these drawers. That's my vague plan. Okay. I think I'm going to deal with hollow next because it's going to be the hardest. Oh, I'm nervous for the hollow. So these are my hollow drawers. There's a lot of hollow to add. Like a lot of hollow to add. Like 3 times as much gold as the gold. I mean 3 times as much, really. This is why I had so little hollow comparatively to the other foil colours, is because so many of the hollows are multicoloured. Because multicoloured washi just like screams hollow, doesn't it? So I've pulled these drawers out too early, haven't I? And I'm going to grab, just to keep them sort of not rolling all over the place, I'm going to keep them in here. So I'm going to start with pinks. I've got pale pink, like there's just so many. Pale pink and then bright pinks. There are so many two-toned. Oh, we've got more pale pink. Like, I think this whole first bit is just going to be pinks. Really, really, really. And yeah, I'm putting back in at the 15mm washes and stuff as well. Like, that could go in pink or blue, but I think it kind of screams more blue to me. Yellow. These kind of talk more yellow than pink. So I'm going to put those in Jadog York. So there are more pink ones. So just move the blues here. Why is there rose? They should be in the rose section. That's fine. Yep, green, blue. What colour do these scream to me? They're kind of, I feel like they're purple. I don't know why. That's actually a proper rainbow, so that should be one of my rainbows. This one goes blue, blue, orange, pink, pink, orange. I'm going to go with purple for that one. I have to move our green there. That's another actually multicoloured, so that shouldn't be here. Some of the pink and yellow. Teal. This kind of goes green. Why not? Blue. That's actually a rainbow. Purple. Purple. Pink. Sure. Purple. Pink. Could be pink or purple. I think we'll go with purple. This is really discoloured, so I'm just going to take off a random bit. And then it kind of goes blue to me. Means blue is there. Purple and then pink and yellow in there. And again, we're getting rid of the vertical washes, aren't we? So, right, so just budge these up so that they're vaguely in order. Just working out where everything goes. This is like only subcategorizing as well. I don't actually know that these are all going to fit. Wait, this is meant to be blue. Light blue is here. Ooh. Stop sticking. These might not actually all fit, but we'll see. So then we want to pull these back. Right, I reckon we could just work by completely pulling back, and then we can always move some across if we need to. So I'm just going to go up to like the pale purple section, and then we're going to add our pale purple ones over these as best we can. They're pale purples as well. Just again trying to split them out so they are as even as we can. I'll do nicely. And then we do have one dark purple, which can just slide there, there-ish, somewhere there. I'll do, why did I put these under purple? I don't know, but I mean they can just go there and there. And then we want like the dark blues next. We're just moving these all the way up. I'm not even in freaking frame, am I? Move all the way across into this. And we want into the like dark blues for these few. So we need to fill up this drawer. And it might be that some are going to move back across, but we'll deal with that as it comes. And this is going to have to come out of there. Fall into there preferably. Yep. Okay. This 10mm might have to go there, that's better. Okay. So we're just pulling back to the like dark but bright blues. Does that make sense? Probably not. No. And we've got some grey blues as well. I'm just going to go there. That kind of works. So just shove them up again. This should be with the other one. So we're just going to pop that in there. Hopefully this is still a bit more even. It might not be, but it's kind of okay if it isn't. I think we are going to have a bit, like, I think we're going to have to move a few, we're going to have to go backwards a little bit, but that's fine. This one should be really with the grey blues there. So we're just going to pull it through to here-ish, where we're onto light blues. My watch battery is low. So these are like quite bright blues. So put one in there. Somewhere, maybe there. This one in maybe here. No, it's paler than those. These are like blue-grey. Oops, they're the wrong way around. It's blue-grey. But that's kind of okay. We'll just make it work. This is a bit of a bright one. This is a paler one. Which can just go next to there. That works. And then this is just falling into. So we're now. We want to go back to dark teal. So we just need to fit as much as we can across. And then shimmy up to dark teal. Just try and fit them the best we can. As usual, we are just going to reorganise some as we go, just to make them fit best. And then make the dark teals fit in. And then this is the only real green can go there. Got lots of yellows to add in. They're quite bright yellows, aren't they? So we'll move the pale yellows across. And then put some of these bright yellows in. Try here because I've got so many brighter yellows. I can't put that. Oh my god, where did you come from? Why aren't you in anything? Ugh. You're just gonna have. Oh, you want to be there really. Just pull out this 10mm here. Put that in. Yeah, that kind of works. That'll do. Because there's so many, I can kind of try and keep the colours together. So like the pinky yellow ones can stay together. This one's the same as well, isn't it? Switch of those. That's there. And then the orange just goes along. You can swap and then it'll be more even. Then with dark pink, what we'll do is we'll move that to there, that in there, then that kind of works, does it? Move that one there. And then paler pinks. Oh, there's another bright pink which can go back here. And there we go. So that is the hollow all in. We do have a tiny, 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 tiny bit of space to move a couple across. So we'll just fill up each row. See if we can fit one more in there. I thought I'd be able to, but I just wanted to check. There we go, and then we just shimmy these all up a little bit to clear a tiny bit of space in here. So what we might well do, what am I doing? Is I don't love that though. Oh my god. Stop getting stuck. What have I done? I wish I could undo in real life. Oh dear. Put that back there. Put that in there. Put that in there. Put that out of there. That wants to go back in about there. Put that one across and put that one across. And then see where we're at. Front row is the emptiest. So we'll just move these two to there. There we go. So that is hollow, nice and full. So hollow is sorted, which was the hardest one. Beautiful. Okay, so then rose is the fullest of these. I reckon one of these drawers is going to have to be mixed, but that's kind of fine. But we'll deal with that in a moment. Okay, so do I want to do silver or rose? Let's go with silver because that's what I've pulled out. So there's just loads of like big. You know what though? I'm not sure I want these. I think I'm going to destash them. I just don't ever grab them. They're not, I love them, but they're not my fave. I think that's probably the right decision. I don't love them. I like them, but they're not my fave. And then I've got a lot less silver to fit in. But it won't all fit in the same drawer anyway. It's fine. We're on it. We're fine. I know what I'm doing now. So I kind of feel a lot better than I did. So. No, actually, I'm happy. I'm happy. I know what I'm doing. Okay, so. This is all the silver we've got to add. I need the toilet, so I'm going to pause for a minute and go to the toilet and then I'll be back. Okay, so we've just got silver and rose left to sort. So that's our hollow. So let's just do rose next. That's the one we've got the most of. So, oh my god. So Okay, so we're going to go pink, red, orange, green, blue. I feel like that is really, it's kind of pink though. Pink, teal, dark blue. This is going to go into pinks. Why not? Why not? We've got greens, red. That was not the red. That was a teal. I've just got a few left. Got blue. Oh my god. Blue, yellow, pink, 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 pink. Mostly pink, obviously. Okay. So, what were you rose gold? So this is where we are. So I'm just gonna move like 4 washies, 5 washies over each into the last set of drawers. Basically the purples I'm moving across. There are no purples to add in other than kind of this one, which can go there. Okay, so we'll come back to you. That was just more creating space. So I've got this dark blue. Can go there because it's a like one I want to show off. It's Black Lives Matter. And we can just spread those out. I've got this paler blue which wants to go around here somewhere. Yeah, that works. And the teal and green really. So these can shimmy across. And we have in our teal. It's like a bright teal, so it can go in there. And we've got paler teal. And these are kind of more green than anything. I think we're going to have to create more space in there. But we'll just shimmy across for now. You can go up there. You can go here, I think. And this one can go in there. Does that work? Let's move this on. Oh my god, am I working off camera again? Yes. So there. And then they are better filled. There's a bit of space in that front one, but it's fine. Because we think we're going to have to shimmy them all up here. Because I don't think what we've got left in here is going to fit into the space I've left here. But that's fine. We can just move a few more across. In fact, let's just move a few more across first. Because I've jam-packed these for no real reason. Because I'm going to have to move some more. But I wanted to move as little as possible, so I don't want to be redoing things. I want to redo as little as possible. Ugh. How is it Sunday today also? I do not like it. Okay, that might have created enough space, but I doubt it. It's a bit variable when the colour changes. So like this, we'll sort this out in a bit. I'm just going to these spaces. I'm annoying myself, I really am. Okay, good. They're all pinks. So this is kind of yellowy, but it's not really yellow, so it's going to go there. Orange can squidge in here. And we've got bright pinks next, I think is my next colour. I know I've got a couple of reds. So one can go in here, one can go in here. There's my reds, and then I've got my bright pinks. And I want to put that one with there and move that together. Move that one, switch those round. That's kind of more a nude pink. That's fine. Put that there, put that there, that works. Then I think I'm going to put this with my neutrals. Oh, I'm off camera again. Oh, I'm so annoying, I'm sorry. We've got these couple of bright pinks to throw in there and there. Then I should have another copy of this floral. I should have the 15mm version. Just going to go in there. The floral there is quite bright. but there ain't much of it, you know? Let's go there. Go back there. Or, yeah, right there. Yeah. Okay, so now we just want to fill everything up. So there's a little bit of space in here. I think what would be best is if that moves into there. And then we'll be able to fit a full 15mm in there. No, we won't. But we'll be able to fit a 10mm in there quite happily. So that's that draw. And then I've just got 2 to fit in here. So I'm just going to move a couple from each out. So I've got my room to manoeuvre. So if I move that into there, actually they all have one big one. Doesn't really matter. That kind of works, doesn't it? It doesn't line up great, but it's alright. And then we just have to spread out things so they fit as best as possible. So this can go into there. That one goes in there. I could do with another 10mm, but they're all either 15s or 5s. Will the 15 fit in? Yes, it will. That's there. And then are these relatively even? Yes, surprisingly so. Good. Okay, last but not least, on to silver, which there are not very many to add. So I think I'm back to, I think I'm going to leave these in. I know I keep changing my mind on that, but I'm just indecisive, okay? So I'm going to try and work more in frame this time. This is silver 1, silver 2, and this will be silver 3. And as per, we are going to move 4 out. 4 or 5 out. These aren't very even at the moment, but that's okay. That'll do. So we need to sort these into some colour order. Got like my dark blues, light blue. These are going to go on teal. We've got dark teal and light teal. Green blue in there. Pink. Yellow. Blue. Okay. So I'm going to pull that one out to add a pink in here. And then the front one's missing a pink then. In there. And then the middle needs a yellow boost. So we'll pull those 2 out and boost the yellows along. Beaut. Then we've got pale blue. These are kind of still all teal. Let's see if that'll fit in there, and then see if we can fit. I don't think a 15mm will fit in there. So let's just see if that will. There we go. Sorted. That's straw 1. This is probably the better way to do this. To find the spaces first. Okay. Oh, hang on. I've skipped the teals. Okay, that's fine. It's not a problem. We'll just add these blues in. Put them in there for now. Grab our teals out. Okay, so we've got a dark teal. So we're just going to pull all of the blues. Blue rather than teal, I mean. Which, to be fair, there's only 4 or 5 of, which isn't going to create enough space, so we'll maybe pull out this Tiffany blue as well. Okay, so dark teal in there. Then we've got mid teal I'd rather keep the like pure teal on the front and the multicoloured ones further back if I can. It's a bit tight fitting, but it'll do. And see if that Tiffany blue will fit there. Beautiful, that's better. Okay, so then we're just going to put, I'm going to destash that one because it's the vertical. Then go along with the blues. Getting dark, like going into the really pale blues first. This one's getting a bit pale a bit fast. That's better. And then we go into like more bright blues. And that one can go in there. Got the dark blue, these round different way rounds. I think they should probably be that way. And then basically add one of these to each row in an appropriate place, and I think it'll work fine. This one could even go in. You could do with 5mm and more space, so let's pull that out. Put that in there, that back there, and that in there. And then if there is a 10mm, can go in there. And that's the silver sorted. So that is all of my colours done. Whew, I can breathe a little bit better now. So, I'm just going to put the gold ones in here just to show what the gold looks like. Okay, so this is where we are at. We go along a spectrum all the way along there. Honestly, I don't love it as much as I thought I would because the colours don't like line up particularly well. But maybe if I like swap some drawers around, it might line up a bit better and it might make me happier. I don't know, I'm kind of regretting this decision. I feel like they look less organised. Blah. I don't know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish organising them like this. If I don't love it in a week or two, I'll probably switch it back. I probably won't film that, but yeah. So that's all of the colours. I'm now going to add in the rainbow to the end of my spectrum. What am I going to do? Anyway, right, that's my rainbow sort of sorted. Fine, let's stop stressing about it. That's my rainbow sort of sorted. Okay, so that is it for this video. Honestly, I don't really like it. So we've got gold up here, silver, rose, hollow. I love that it's a rainbow on each row, but I don't love that like orange is here, here and here. So I might well switch it back. And then we've got my rainbow ones and then black through to black and white through to black there, and then my washies. So this is going to go back on my shelves now. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Comment, like down below if you did, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!